In Welsh, it's pronounced Lizarth. Welcome, everybody. We ran out of internet yesterday, so we had to stop short, unfortunately. We didn't even get to see, many of the favorites of, the times of yore. Well, more the times of mine, really. Not yours. Anyway, let's just go straight to it. Let's go straight to it. Oh, it's not doing the thing. Hold on. What's wrong with you? 1920 by 250. Oh, it's just not taking it at all. $58.
Welcome. Sega Genesis?
Sega Genesis? So, one of these days I ought to explain to everybody. Some coworkers of mine and I, we were out to lunch. This happened over the course, I want to say this happened over the course of several weeks, but it was probably like the week leading up to us all getting laid off on Thanksgiving. Thank you for the 100 bits, Dr. Tasty69. So, some coworkers of mine and I went out to lunch at this Irish pub, and we all knew we were going to get laid off on Thanksgiving, or the day before Thanksgiving. So, like, the week preceding that, when it was announced that we were all getting laid off in Kotaku, and then the studio had sent an email saying, you're not getting laid off. We're not closing the studio. That's absolutely not true. This is just a rumor. And then we all got fired a week later. Anyway, laid off, right? So our whole team started going out to lunch and having like hour-and-a-half long lunches and like 2 liters of beer at lunch. And somehow the what was it? The idea of this like post-apocalyptic comedy routine. And the comedy routine consisted of nothing but somebody getting up on a stage in like a bombed out theater to like 3 or 4 mutant people like drinking all kinds of fucked up wastewater alcohol. The comedian gets up on stage and the act consists solely of them. It's like observational humor taken to like the far future and mutated by the best minds. So the comic gets up on the stage and he just says, Sega Genesis! And everybody goes wild. They're laughing and they're clapping and hooting and hollering. And that's the whole act. He just says Sega Genesis a couple of times and everybody just goes wild. I don't know why, but that struck us as like the funniest thing. It still does. I still think it's fucking hilarious. I still think it's hilarious that there's just that idea of like you just get up on stage. It's like, you know, you wait until the room quiets down, you adjust the microphone. Sega Genesis! The crowd goes wild. They love it. You wait like 2 minutes for the laughter and the cheering to die down, and then you're just like, Sega Genesis? Everybody goes wild again. It never stops being exactly as funny as the first time. The future, the comedy of the future. The comedy of the future. We're gonna warm up with a little Golden Axe. I'm gonna see if I can do. If I can finish it. I actually ended up. I paused it until I figured out the internet situation, and then what I knew when I knew what the situation was going to be, I went and I continued playing my game. I died to Deathbringer. I ran out of credits on Deathbringer, but I did get the like full screen visual glitch, which is great. Yeah. Wow! Whoa! So yeah, Sega Genesis, this is the first system that I, like, got back to working order. First 16-bit system I got back to working order after it had been in storage for a long time. And, like, it took some like, intense cleaning to get it to go. But I did get it. I did get it and get it running again. I'm still using it. This is the Sega Genesis I've had since, I don't know, the 80s or whatever. It's the earliest model of North American Genesis. This is a game I had for it as a kid. I didn't play that much Golden Axe as a kid, though. I found Golden Axe on the Mega Drive to be, like, completely fucking impossible, and I couldn't play it, and I couldn't figure it out. And I would, like, get to here and then get just, like, owned by these guys. Yeah, I decided to shave. It's mostly a practical thing. Since there's a high likelihood I'm gonna have to, go out and interact with people in the search for a place to live. I want to make sure that my beard doesn't interfere with wearing a mask. Because, you know, if the mask doesn't fit tightly, it doesn't work as well. Hey, Blowfire Throat Totem. There's the best you can get is there's a not constantly updated list of games I'm thinking about playing. It's on the Discord at the top. It's the channel description of the game list channel. There's a link to a Google Doc. Yeah, I got it. There's a link to a Google Doc with, like, the games I've been thinking about playing. Our sworn enemy Death Adder is in his castle. We'll take a shortcut through the Turtle Village. Oh, thank you, Sarathir. You know, I'm always glad to have you around. I'm glad to have everybody around here, you know. And, like, I know those of you who can show your support, subs and bits and everything, do so in tremendously generous fashion. But if you can't, don't worry about it. Just come and hang out, have a good time. That's what we're all here for. I have a PC Engine that I use, and I have a TurboGrafx. So check this out. I've done a life hack, as they say. I've poured the contents of a hot chocolate packet into the cup and then filled it with hot coffee. Uh-oh. That could have been bad if I, like, despawned this enemy. There's, like, a tiny 1-pixel hole in that corner of the map you can sometimes fall through. Oh, shit. And I put a little bit of milk in to round out the flavor, because if it's just the chocolate, it's usually not that great. Can I don't think I'll be able to get that. Hey, Ishaktar, how's it going? I want to save this for the, I want to save this for the, skeleton. Oh ho! How much time you need for a 3x3 sliding puzzle? Yeah, I think with Retro Island Gaming, the thing I was trying to teach him the like rotate one way, put the thing in the middle, rotate the other way on the other side technique, but it was impossible. It was impossible to teach in that environment. I hope he took something away from it. Maybe it'll sink in over time. But yeah, hot chocolate and coffee. It was great. And you know, I was happy to see that, like, he was despite his protest, he was still, like, you know, he wasn't actually hating life. He was just, you know, it's the frustration and the embarrassment of streaming, but not necessarily like, well, goodbye, lady. You know, he wasn't like truly upset. And there were a lot of people tuning in, and that's great, you know. Love to see that. Yeah, shoutouts to Retro Island Gaming. Excellent streamer. Will they come eventually? Yes, they will. Good. There's one. Can I get her to... No, she won't. She won't run. Yeah, exactly. Hey, Wavilo, how's it going? Yeah, I had to go to bed. It's possible he got himself into a situation where the puzzle itself was unsolvable. No, I didn't want to do that. Come on. Life I will never get back. Possibly. I thought you could get this guy out such that you could knock him off the bridge, but I don't think you can. Yeah, I don't think you can. Well, there goes Deathless. He was originally in a state where it could be solved when he had all the stuff on the right, but then he like shuffled it into the bottom center, and then it was probably unsolvable at that point. But like without direct access, clearly, you can't really hey, Guinea Prince, you can't really like go through it and like figure out that it's unsolvable, because everything you do is delayed by like 15 seconds and somebody else interpreting it through chat. So it's like well, yeah, it wasn't unsolvable. It was unsolvable within the 2x3 space that he was in, because he had the blocks in an order that they could never be... they weren't just shuffled out of the original order. They were in an order which could not be returned to that without expanding the area that it was that was involved, right? By the way, you can't do this tactic on the arcade version of like walking up to that guy and just hitting him. He's too fast and your attack is too slow. Give me the meat. We have gone in close vicinity of the castle. The way is packed by enemy lines. We must dare the fiend's path to reach the castle. A great, great eagle. I wonder what 4170 represents. No? Bye. No. Come on, dude. Sometimes you can get that guy. Oh! I didn't do it right that time! And the axe... It's weird. Gilius axe is gold in the arcade version, but also Gilius axe isn't the golden axe. Which is also strange. Okay. The skeleton. Can you... Can you do the same trick with the skeleton? Will they fall for it? Or do they do... Hey, Iridium, how's it going? So we want to grab that. We want to go, but we want to go slowly so we don't get overwhelmed with enemies. Right, we can... Well, it's magical gold, right? Magical gold is unusually hard and hardy. That's why it's so difficult to work, and why weapons made from it are so rare and powerful. Believe it or not, I'm practicing some techniques. That's not a technique. That's also not a technique. That's losing 2 health to a single round of attacks because skeletons are the worst. Or the skeletons are the true boss of this game. Dead. I want to practice, not speedrun strats. I'd like to do this game deathless at some point, and that's not the way to do it. The problem with the skeletons is they have a 0-frame startup jump attack, so you can't always stun lock them, is the problem. The important part, though, the importantest part of the game, from a no-death perspective, is, hey, Marmot, how's it going? Is, a great, great eagle. The Deathbringer fight. The skeletons in the Deathbringer fight are the like most difficult part of the game. Stop running. Just there you go. Look at that eagle. What a good eagle. No! Damn it. I was hoping at least to do it Bizarrian-less. I messed that up too. That's the hardest Bizarrian to avoid. Basically, here's the thing. If you want to do the game deathless, while you're practicing, don't ride the Bizarrians. Because they'll just mess you up. Because you'll forget how to do the good shit when you need to. Shit. These guys, there's a safer way to kill these guys, but it takes so long. That's not what I wanted to do. Gosh, I'm messing this up left and right. There's a safer way to kill them, but it takes, forever. Is that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? Bad bro is coming over. As soon as that one guy dies. Come on, buddy. Zoom. Yeah, the enemies from Fester's Quest. So Death Adder is not too hard because you can get rid of his skeletons right off the bat. Ha ha! No, you don't, skeleton. Is this enough? Probably not enough. Yeah. 2 hits. 2 hits, good. Death Adder, come on. Huh. He doesn't have the same thing as Deathbringer. The right side of the screen? Well, close enough anyway. Whee! Oh, shit. I messed it up. Let's get you back in your corner. You got very sick, but you got Golden Axe, so yeah, there you go. Yeah, Death Adder is acting up. Hey, Fractal Mind Mike, how's it going? I love the one guy who just takes one look. He takes one look, and he just backs off and falls into a pit on his own. Yeah. No! Almost. So getting magic here isn't very important with Gilius. Because you're not going to use the magic. You're not going to use the magic. You know what I would love? Look at these two guys. The dude with the sword and the axe and the big fucking orc. I would love if those guys were animated and you could fight them. Fight as them. Pretty sure these guys can... Oh, they can run. They just have a very short, have a very short jump. Here? First line of the... First line of the, they were probably like leftover art assets or something. Because this is the Mega Drive exclusive, or the... No, why are you doing that? What makes them do that versus the other thing, where I don't die a bunch? Is it distance? No. Does anyone know why they will sometimes do the jumping attack and sometimes they'll do the actual dashing attack? No. Nope. He got too close. He didn't go far enough. Hey, Itsy Nibbles. If you can avoid the skeletons, you don't even have to worry about killing them. You can just focus on Deathbringer. Shit, I can't do it though. I can't do it. My auto continues. No, I have 1 credit left. 1 credit left. What do you know? Hey, laughing boy. You had 1 credit left. Oh, that's bad. Yeah, I don't know if it's random or not as well. Come on. But the skeletons have 255 hit points, so killing them safely is like super tedious. Doing that is faster, but it's super dangerous. Glitched out axe, that's how you know it's real hardware. May you be titled the Grand Master. Guardians of the Kingdom. Now prepare for a feast. Grand feast. Oh, J52. I ran into a fantastic glitch yesterday. After I was doing some testing on this for a new capture driver thing. Capture card plug-in for OBS. And thank you. Thank you, Helical. I got fucking Bad Brothers, the Deb Bad Brother, to just like freeze in his shoulder tackle pose. Life Subtractor. Quick bonus for anyone who hasn't seen it. All right. Yeah, Long Moan is a good name. Long Moan is a very good name. Now, for those people who haven't seen it, real quick side distraction here. Yeah, they don't say the way to the ladies out of respect. Desada-sama. Hey, Reg. Yeah, I just finished Genesis Golden Axe. We're gonna play one life of this. One life. Well, you see it's revealed. Why? Why he had the extra helmet. My favorite scene. I should add that as an alert. I should add that as an alert. This is from Golden Axe by Sega, ported by Telenet Japan. Incredible music. Hell yeah. You know what's even better than the music? Okay, we get to pick Tyrus Flare, Axe equals Battler, or Gilius Thunderhead. We'll take Gilius Thunderhead because he's the only character.
かつてこの国は貿易の中心地として栄え、その街並みは美しく、
We'll see some of the cutscene, but it's very long.
日々を過ごしていた。
This is Gilius and Alex at their campfire.
今日はティリス姫の誕生日か。時が経つのは早いものだな。
ああ、この1年ですっかり大きくなられた。
ガイラ、火が消えるぞ。薪はまだ来んのか。
奴のことだ。野ウサギでも追いかけ回して遅くなっとるんだろうよ。
Alex Kidd or
薪なら
Alex
ここにある
Dwarf?
よ。ほら。
どうしたことだ。
何者だ。
これから死んでいく者に名乗る名はないね。
何？どういうことだ。
何も知らないようだね。あれをごらん。
俺も
いかん、城が。
早く城へ。
皆殺しにしろ。
He's got his helmet on. The C64 and the Amiga versions of this aren't bad. They're not the worst version.
くそ、体が言うことを聞かん。ガイラ、どうした。
This is where
何者だ貴様は。
this is where Death Adder kills his friend Alex.
サーダーに歯向かう愚か者めが。です。あた。
兄さん、逃げろ。こいつは人間じゃない。魔人だ。
バカを言うな。主を置いて。兄弟愛か。それでは弟が目の前で殺されるのはさぞつらかろうな。やめろ。殺すならわしをやってくれ。そうはいかんな。
兄さん、あと頼む。
ガイラ。ガイラ。ガイラよ。見ててくれ。
Anyway, that's a cutscene. Here's the game. The fucking duck. Look at these guys. You know what else about these guys? They die. They have 2 hit points and they die. Oh no! Oh no! Chicken leg, what's happened to you? Hey, top boss, how's it going? I'm trying to jump. I'm trying to jump. There we go. So if you hit these guys with a Bizarrian, they die in 1 hit. Because they have hit points in this one. And so they drop less if you're using a Bizarrian. Also,
incoming chat request.
Look at these guys. Look at their wobbly tummies. Oh shit, flashing, sorry. Sorry, I forgot about the flashing. Chicken leg, the lizards. Fuck. The chicken legs, the dragons, those are the Bizarrians. Yeah, anything you can ride on. That's a good idea, Zetsubera. You don't get to hear this most of the time. The fucking, like, crash symbol. Our sworn enemy, Death equals Adder, is in his castle. We'll take a shortcut through the Turtle Village. Village. Alright, I think this is... Yeah, drum solo. And here we have Shortmoan, who is as tall as Gilius. Please compare. Shortmoan. Whoops. Okay, it was right at the start of a stage. We'll continue. Something about continues in this game. They start you at the beginning of the stage. I haven't even gotten to the best part of this game, though. Best part of this game? Okay, here we go. Enemies can't... Oh, that... I guess they can. They just can't jump off ledges. Alright, here we go. Worst part of the game is when you have two enemies, because your attacks can only hit one enemy at a time. Look at him go! Oh, there's also this. Fuck, give me the dragon. No, give me the dragon. Look at the frame rate. Look at the frame rate when you've got the dragon. For whatever reason, the dragon slows the game down by like 70%. No, it's not an RGB mistake that the skeleton looks this way. It looks like that on everything. Yeah, the lizard shoots fire out of its chin.
I think I'm being followed. What could they want from me?
Unrest 56 kbps. Thank you for the follow. Honk honk. The village was on the back of a giant turtle. The turtle takes us south across the sea. It might be... It is, like, the colors are dingy in this for sure.
I think I'm being followed. What could they want from me?
Oct 8vius, you for the fallen. Oh, right. Here's another good thing about this game. Is the complete lack of, like, vertical perspective. Oh, I'm dead. So, like, when you shoot a fireball, the fireball has absolute screen perspective. I think. It should. Maybe not for these guys, though. I don't know. This part, you can, like... Yeah, when you, like, drop down from this and then jump back up, you end up lower than you drop down. Look at her run! Now, don't get me wrong. Telenet Japan has some games that are... Okay, there's no dudes in there. That are well regarded, I think. But also Telenet has a lot of really, really, really fucked up games. Look at them go! Look how fast they can move on the dragon compared to you. Look how fast they can move compared to you in general. Oh, shit. Look at him go! How can a man that big move that fast? Reminder, you can only hit enemies one at a time. We have come in close vicinity to the castle. The way is packed by enemy lines. We must dare the fiend's path to reach the castle. Vicinity. Alright, fucking game over spot right here. 3 enemies. You can only hit one at a time. They can all attack you at the same time. Oh yeah, that song. Let's hear the song. Lots of horns.
I think I'm being followed. What could they want from me?
Super nostalgic. Thank you for the follow. Anyway, this is the far superior version. But we're moving on from Golden Axe. We're moving on from Golden Axe. That was just a warm-up. That was just a little warm-up. Why do I have Banjo, Ocarina, Castlevania, Mario Party, Turok 2, WCW, NWO? That must be N64 Gamekeeper stuff. So next we're going to play a game. Now, this is another early Genesis game that, folks, if you're going to play this game, play this version of it. Play this version of it. Because this version is the best. All is not well with the world. A great war has devastated the land, and the nefarious power had established an empire where the good people were treated like slaves. There was hope that mighty Arzak and his two companions, Alyssa and Max, bonded together to get to homeland. So the Jet Kondo, Arzak... Oh, fuck. I can't do it. I can't do it. After a fierce battle, Arzak was able to defeat Grom. However, in the midst of the fighting, Alyssa was taken by his captors to another location. In his quest to find Alyssa, Arzak met his brother Gross. Sometime in this... Whoa, fuck. Nope. Can't even do one. Fighting continued for days, yet, in the end, Arzak prevailed, and Alyssa was rescued. And so goes the legend of Arzak, the last hero. Legend of the final hero. Last battle with a lightning bolt behind it. Oh, look at that. Just kick him off the screen. Kick him off the screen. I don't know why how that guy didn't kill me, but bam, get kicked off the screen. What a good game this is. I don't know that this is actually a good game. It's a game. Oh, fuck. Max, I wanted you to meet Alyssa. Now you have the look of a hero. Okay. Well, we can go two different places. Let's go down here. Also, we'll get back to it. Remind me to talk about the map music when we get there for a moment. Oh, yeah, you got that. This is so much better than if you were playing like some crappy like manga or anime licensed game. You know, just some generic anime game. Right? The Legend of Arzak, the last hero. Arzak, save the world! I am the only one who can save this world. Strength has increased! So, this area up here is an arena. We'd have to fight a boss there.
I think I'm being followed. What could they want from me?
Bionic Blue 223322, thank you for the follow. I think this one's an arena too. So, this map music reminds me a hell of a lot of the mystery music from Golgo 13. Hey, Diablo Awesome, this isn't Fist of the North Star, this is clearly Last Battle. Oh no, this is the other one. Shit, I don't know how to fight this guy without, like, getting fucking owned. I think you have to... Oh no. You have to, like... You have to trigger his puke attack. Oh, no. 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 Dead. Also, this game is impossible. Did I mention that? Anyway, we're back to the beginning. It's fine. We'll use punches this time. We'll punch everybody. Except that guy. No, you can get him with the jumping punch. Bam! Get him, punch him, kick him. I love the jump kick noise. Oh, you can't jump. You can't jump when you're here. Abs Nerdity, thank you for the host. Now, there's a particular level I'm looking for. I'm pretty sure it's like you can get to it as the third level. You don't need to actually, like, kill either of the bosses for it. Yeah, I like the music, honestly. Arzak, save the world! Strength has increased. Maybe we want to go here? Yeah, here we go. This level. As far as I'm concerned, this is where the game ends. This is where the game ends as far as I'm concerned. How did I do... Oh! I didn't know you could do that. Learn something new every day. So you can go in these.
My God, that's fantastic.
Every enemy you kill in here... Fractal Mind Mike, thank you for the host. Every enemy you kill in here gives you a tiny little bit of healing. For some reason. Do it. Huh. Well, that'd be useful as a speed technique, I suppose. So I can grind up my health here. And I'm getting power. I did not know about super jumps in this game. Whoops. This part always reminded me of the like trial bits in Ken Satan because they were impossible. Like you can't punch those arrows. The low arrows, you can't punch them. You can kick the high arrows. Can you? Yeah, you can kick the low arrows as well. You can high kick the low arrows. Get in there. There we go. That super jump is is really useful. Holy shit. Just the axe guys, you know? Don't you have a dungeon full of axe guys? Can't do super jumps because there's axes in the way. Can't go that way. So this is a... I literally just discovered new tech for this game that I was unaware of just now. So yeah, this is a this is a maze too, by the way. This is the level 3 is a maze stage. By the way. They knock you back and forth into the other fire things. And if you fall down that hole, you go back. And you have to do it again. How the fuck? Go. I don't know how you're supposed to do that jump regularly. Oh, this is a dead end. This is a dead end with fucking nothing in it. I think you can jump those ones. I mean, you can duck those ones, yeah. But, like, the opportunity to do so is tiny. And then there's rocks that come from the ceiling. So as far as I'm concerned, that's the final stage of this game. You get there. You get there and you die on that stage because it fucking sucks. Like, it's impossible. You can get other power-ups. You can finish that stage. You can also avoid ever going to that stage. But it's like... It's so fucking... It's so weird to me. That, like, that's stage 3. A maze with fucking stun-lock death traps. Somebody was like, hey, you know what? We need a third stage. What should we put in the first section of the game? Let's have fire traps that kill you by knocking you back and forth between the two of them. Hold on a second. I think someone's at the door. I'll be right back. I'm back. I'm back. It was just people. It was just kids playing basketball in the street. All right, here we go.
I think I'm being followed. What could they want from me?
Instatech, thank you for the follow. I also like that. I also like that in this the. I like that in this the. Those don't give you any power. Shit. The life ups that you get don't actually fill up that segment of life. They don't actually fill up that segment of life. They just give you empty life when you power up. Do we want to go left? We do want to go left, so maybe we go right. Just you wait if you think his head is too small now. Swords and ceiling. If you want a good, Fist of the North Star game, you're gonna want the Super Nintendo fighting games. Really, just any of them. Any of the Fist of the North Star fighting games on Super Nintendo. You'll have a really good time with that. Hey. Go kick those axes. You ready? ZB, I can't believe you're here! Save me! I want you to help me. Strength has returned! Yeah, this is early. This is early stuff, so. Forget if the enemies' axes in this stage give you stuff. But they do not. What's the matter? I want to become a hero. Now, when you go to this, it opens the way to the graveyard at the top. I don't know if you noticed. Where's the enemy? Hulk Hogan, where are you? Oh, you can do that sometimes. Got him! There was a licensing disagreement with Hokuto no Ken in the States at the time. Love when that happens. I love it. There's some minor censorship of like blood and stuff. Now we can fight this guy. Yeah, he spits, he shoots, he jump kick. He shoots high and then he shoots mid. And he explodes. No. So the way power works in this, it's actually interesting. It's interesting in this that this is an action game with a unique mechanic for the time. It is much more common in action games now. So you see the power meter at the bottom of the screen? How it has those little breakpoints? When you hit those breakpoints, you gain the ability to do these moves. Otherwise, you do regular moves. So, what that means... Oh, here's this guy. I forget how you fight this guy. I think you die. Mostly. No. Don't jump at me like that. I need you to be in a different place so I can not... No, you can't duck that, by the way. Also, game over, no continues. You have to grind stages that you've been to before to get more power for your power meter at the bottom until it gets to the second breakpoint before you go on to the next area. Because when you go on to the next area, your power meter resets back to wherever it was. Like, it doesn't reset. You put your shirt back on, and then with your shirt back on, you have to get to the next breakpoint, right? So in area 2, you have to get to breakpoint 2 to break your shirt off, right? So, in order to do like well in the game, you have to go back and grind areas to get your power up, so that you can get your shirtlessness as soon as possible in the next area, because you run into shit like this where there's dudes on motorcycles. Like, you can't kill the dudes on motorcycles if you have your shirt on. That's just the way it is. So, you gotta power up more than you need so that you're not underpowered in the next area. And the only way to do that is to, to grind. I've beaten this game. I've beaten this game when I was a kid. And fuck playing this game all the way through ever again. Unless I make it some kind of stupid sub-goal or something. But this game has gigantic sprites. Huge, shirtless muscle men, right? So I thought it was fucking cool as hell as a kid. This is the point in childhood where, like, Macaw and I must have diverged in our ideologies, right? Because check out this. This is another game that I got when I was a kid for the Genesis. There's another game with similar characteristics, but even farther removed between the graphics and the gameplay. Even farther removed. I have a very distinct memory. I have a very distinct memory of looking at this Oh no! That's incredible. Let me have a look. It's loud. EA's sound driver. Why not? Thank you for the 100 bits. Oh, that's incredible. That is incredible. Hold on, I need to download this to an art folder. So I can put this up on stream. Image. That is unbelievable. My goodness. Jeffrey will be cross if we miss our power-up. Welcome to your... Wait, what? That is awesome. The blooge, the gigantic muscles. Just punching the dog in the ass. The dog looks very surprised by it. Hey, how's it going? Sable Antelope, this is incredible. Thank you so much. Oh man, this is awesome. Sable Antelope, are you on the Discord? Are you on the Discord? Yeah, bungles ahead. This dog is hard. I love it. I love it. This is incredible. With your permission, may I tweet this out on the Twitter? I love this stuff. We're posted on Discord as well. Yeah, the score table is still being built. Altered bungle. It's always telling you it's expired. Let me see here. It shouldn't be. Where do I do this? Settings. Invites. This should be the correct one. Invite code is blank now. Why can't I copy this? What on earth? Let me check here. Twatch is not the right name for this website. Mute. No name. Stop that. It popped up a thing that said you can click on the profile image to go to the channel home. So I couldn't mute the stream. Yeah, here's this. Yeah. This should be the usable thing.
Once upon a time,
Mossmouth TV.
from the Old West learned one of life's cruelest lessons.
Thank you for gifting a sub to Sable Antelope. I appreciate that.
So he followed the footsteps of a mysterious master to the Far East.
This is so good.
Secrets of the sword, and came back home.
That is so good.
And the soul of the samurai.
Yeah, let me go to the Twitter. We gotta tweet this out. This is incredible. Unless you've already tweeted it, then I can just retweet it. So you get. I want to make sure you get proper credit, of course. Let's see here. Sable Antelope. You follow each other. Yes, excellent. Yeah. Hey, lurking is always fine. That's what I say. Lurking is always fine. Let me get your thing here. Tweets. Image picture. Put an image picture on it. This is unbelievable. Wonderful. Wonderful. I love it. I love it. That made my day. That made my day. We're gonna... Where can we put this guy? Dang it. One problem with my layout is I don't have any space for this kind of stuff. Wait, I've got an idea. What if we do this? Just prop it a little bit. Stuff it up off in a corner somewhere. There we go. It's incredible! It's incredible. That's really good. It's a really good drawing. Yeah, I would love to see more art of this incredible caliber. It's wonderful. All right. Back to the task at hand. Sword of Sodan. I remember vividly. Like looking at the box of this game in the store and being like, I was looking at the box and I was like, wow, this game looks so cool. There's like the big dude and the girl with the sword, and like look how detailed the art is, and this game looks like it's gonna be so kick ass. You can fucking stab a dude and chop a dude. You could pick hero or heroine. Let's go with the hero for now. At the city's gate, as so foretold in ancient lore, here stands the opening test. Enter now this death's door, and thus begin the quest. I'm like, hell yeah, this game's going to be so cool. At the city's gate. Look at this art. This is so good. What is this? Okay, we got a Vitalium potion and an Etherium potion. Oh, wait. How do I control my dude? Oh. More hits for each enemy. Oh, I'm dead. And I was like, yo, you serious? This is it? Poking guys in the dick? Poking guys in the dick? Because that's the only way you can safely attack? Because they have spears? Hey, Crash, how's it going? Oh. Just fucking stabbing him in the dick.
Compared to Amiga version equals P.
Hopeful Dreams, thank you for the 100 bits. But, like, it's so awkward to control. And, like, literally poking the guys in the dick is the only way to, like, actually... do anything, and you shake up the potions and drink them. Free life. Hit strength increased. The enemies have like a fucking million HP. McCall loves this game. I think he generally plays the the Amiga version, which is slightly better. Like, look at this dude's health. Look how much health this enemy has. Like, this game is bloody and gory, but I was like, did they just make this game to appeal to, like, edgy teens who wanted a, like, edgy game with a lot of blood? Is this Mortal Kombat syndrome happening right here? You advance the game, and then you wait for the screen to slowly scroll back, and you just do this, and this is how you play. You just fucking stab dudes in the dick over and over and over again, and it's super boring, and it sucks. It has a potion mixing mechanic, but, like, potions are so scarce that, like, there isn't any decision-making in potion mixing. Right? It's... Yeah, the Amiga version's better. It's slightly better functionally. But it's like, it's still kind of a trash game. There's also, the way the enemy AI in this works is you gotta keep them at a specific distance. I think you can also only hit one enemy at a time. Yeah, you gotta keep them at a specific distance so they'll occasionally wander into, dick stabbing range. Yes, Necrololicon, sometimes. Yeah, you just gotta nip the tip. It's likely that Amiga stuff will increase coming up, because I'll be streaming a lot of stuff off of the Mr. FPGA device. I've got an A600, but for streaming, the Mr. works a lot better because you don't have to, like, open it up and take shit out if you want to play something on Kickstart 2 instead of Circumcision Simulator. You don't have to open it up. Uh-oh. Additional enemies spawned directly behind me. So, because I'll be switching over to primary... Look how many symbols they put in the fucking font! Why would you need that many symbols in the font? Oh, I was trying to get to level 2. Here, we'll give ourselves 7 heroes and we'll put it on easy. We'll play as the heroine instead. She's got an even better walk cycle. She looks like a fucking Monty Python cartoon. Conrad Pooh's dancing teeth. Wait, what? Oh, right, C. C button to attack for some reason. She takes longer to turn around than the hero does. I think she has slightly longer reach, though, with her sword, so she's the better character in this one. Whoa, give me that. Yeah, she's got longer range, so she's better. Well, you can't run all the way to the right because it'll actually stop you from advancing. Jump over. She looks like a fucking baby. Like, her proportions. A baby or like a fucking troll or an Amiga, like, mascot action platformer character. Like fucking Oscar or, Trolls or some shit. So as far as I can tell, you just always want to do this. You always want to chug those potions. There's a way to get invincibility potions that you need. like later, but early on, you kind of just want to do this. Yeah. Man, imagine if Bungle was a character in this game. This soldier's hard. You can't dip your sword in a hard soldier. I just realized the further euphemism that entails. Also, potion drops are random. So, like, using the potion system... I think Flaming Sword is what? Red and orange? Flaming Sword. Flaming Brand. It does more damage, but I think... I forget which ones you want for later. D, thank you for the host.
Something else, Buzz?
You just die instantly here. Flaming Brand continues after you're dead, though, which is good. By the way, we're playing on easy, with the maximum number of lives. Do-do-do-do. Between the city's walls, enter now and break the seal. Cross the guarded span. Breach the wall of men and steel. Into the wizard's hand. And then we get this level. Between the city's walls. Watch out for spikes. Guess what? The spikes are random. Like where they appear and in what. They can appear directly on top of you. You can run into the spikes sideways. Yeah, the pixel art is great. It's what sold me on the game. This was a notable game that I like recall returning to the store, and they were like, "Oh, did it not work?" And I was like, "No, it was just extremely bad." And they were like, they're looking at me. I'm like a 9-year-old kid or something at this point. And they're like, the game was bad. I was like, it's really bad. And they like looked at it and they're like, the graphics look good. I was like, that's all it's got going for it. And I was basically like, I was basically like so sad because like I felt so betrayed by like the deceptive like box art and stuff.
Oi governor, I can get real big sprites on the screen and the backgrounds look like Signosis did 'em, so I guess it's time to ship.
But yeah, this game was like an extremely notable disappointment on the Genesis for me. Drink. Yeah, the bird sounds. In the city streets, held fast in Zora's evil thrall. Though men and giants bar the way with sword, answer battle's call in the fading light of day. This dude with the fucking bodacious, That's how you play this. That's how you play the Genesis version of this. You just crouch stab them in the dick. If you're lucky, you'll get 2 hits per stab. Also, we're playing on easy, by the way. Uh-oh, I need to jump over this guy. Okay. We're playing on easy with the maximum number of lives. Also, there's a minimum distance at which you can actually hit with your attacks. Yeah, so if you try to jump over guys going forward, this is what happens. He just like slides back and you can't jump over him because there's an invisible wall. And then you die. I mean, I guess maybe we could just... Okay, here we go. Here we go. Those things you have to stand up and slash. There might be a giant dude at the end of this. The boss man. Yeah, giant. Alright, what do you do with this guy? Okay, you can't do that. Alright, you gotta do the overhead swing. Can you jump and attack? No. Alright, you gotta chop their head off. You gotta hit them in the dick. Again. You gotta hit them in the dick. And then chop their heads off. That's how you kill them. What a game. What a game. Do-do-do-do. In the land of the dead, here winds the hero's path, where ghouls and specters form to scream and howl their wrath above this rising storm. They're like kind of... Oh, we're in zombie graveyard. Guess what you do to fight zombies? You stab them in the dick. Hey, potato chips. Are there any sliding puzzle games on the Genesis? Are these guys infinite? Do we just... No, they're not. Okay. Just rev up the engine. Rev up the engine. Yeah, I don't think you can jump past them. These are like they're shooting the projectiles from you know, I don't think I ever made it this far as a kid. They drain your energy just by touching you too, by the way. Jump. And once they start touching you, like you can't make them stop. Much like real life. Yeah, I returned this game. I was like, fuck this game. In the foyer of Castle Cragamoor, among shadows cast by vaulted towers, where nameless horrors dwell there to challenge Zor's powers and send him back to hell. In the foyer. Little cutscene there. Watch out for pits! Guess what, by the way? Pits are 100% invisible. And enemies can walk on pits.
Stick to snakes.
Hi Duke, I just got here. Quick question. Why Belge?
Well, I'm glad you asked, Slushy Cat. Here, let me expand the artwork. Thank you for the 100 bits. We have this wonderful artwork from Sable Antelope. from if there's children here, they are violating the terms of service, because this is clearly marked as a mature channel. But it's Altered Bungle from when we were playing Altered Beast yesterday, and Bungle came up. Jeffrey will be so cross if we miss our power up. There's Altered Bungle. Anyway, I just didn't have the space on the layout to keep the whole thing here, so we got to keep just part of it over here. Hold on a second. What if I transform? Oh, you can't. There's no arbitrary rotation. Dang it. Dang it, OBS, always dashing my hopes of doing cool stuff. Yeah, I was gonna say, it's like, I need to, like, I don't know. I can rotate only in 90-degree increments. So, like, it would have to be there. I'm like, I gotta lean back a little bit, yeah. There we go. The gift that keeps on giving, just like this fucking game. Look at that. The enemies will crowd you out of the pits. You can't jump over the enemies. So, huh, jump the pit. Nope, you're dead. If you don't rush this stage first thing, it's impossible. It's literally impossible, right? Because to get over the pit, you have to jump. When you jump, the enemies have knockback, so you can't do anything about it. Oh, I wonder if. Hold on a second. Like, yeah, there we go. Welcome to the stream. I'm just leaving that there. I'm leaving that there. Wait, we can adjust this slightly. Right here.
The year of Daddy Donuts.
Oh, that's good. Oh, man. Oh, wonderful. Wonderful. I forgot what else I was going to talk about. Oh, right. Other Sega Genesis games. Other Sega Genesis games. I gotta put this under the here. No. Oh, damn it. It's on the overlay. Hype Train.
Thick blue goes going 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 going.
Top boss, thank you for the 100 bits.
Duke Dick Nuts.
Duke Dick Nuts. Yeah, the alert is on the overlay. And the the alert's on the overlay. And the webcam's also on the overlay. So I can't layer it properly.
We could play good games like Assault Suit Slanos less than 3.
Hopeful Dreams, thank you for the 100 bits. So what I'm doing basically is just going through. I'm going through like what are like meaningful games to me on each of these systems before I have to start packing up the hardware and stuff like that. Talking a little bit about my my history with these consoles. One of the things I do want to point out, though, I couldn't get my Genesis to work. It wasn't working. I didn't have Target Earth. I never had Target Earth. So check this out, though. Speaking of less than 3 games. Well, no, I guess it's not less than 3. The keep looking over here. I keep looking at that and cracking myself up. That is welcome iBeat. Just so folks can see where the joke comes from. What do I need to do? Rotate counterclockwise, and then we can scale it up. But this is art from Sable Antelope about our Altered Beast playthrough yesterday. It's so good. When I commented that you turn into a bear, and I was like, oh no, we need to replace this with Bungle. We got altered Bungle. And since I want to keep this around so that I can keep showing it to people because it's absolutely fantastic. But I need to scale it down so that it's not taking up the whole thing, but you can still see it. So I was like, oh, I'll just cut it down to a small portion of it and put it like off to the corner. and then the rest happen. Anyway, we'll leave that there. That's good enough. What if I like just sit up really, really straight? That's good enough. That's good enough. We'll leave that there. Anyway, so I had my I like found my Genesis and pulled it out of storage and stuff like that, and it wasn't working. Right? I took it out. I opened it up. I cleaned everything out. I was like checking to see if the VDP was okay, if the like VRF was overheating and all this other stuff. And finally I was like, you know what? I'll try some different cartridges. I'll see if something works. And I stuck this game in and it fucking worked. And I was like, of course this fucking game works. Of course this game works. But this opening song is incredible. The game itself was rushed and had some problems, but it ended up being a pretty cool game. It's weird, it's too long, it's spread too thin, it has some fantastic ideas. It just suffered. If any Phantasy Star game could get a remake, I would want this one to get a remake because
I think it's being followed. What could they want from me?
It's worth it, you know? Red Squirrel Muncher, thank you for the follow. This game would be improved the most by it. If you played it. Or if you remade it, right? There's no reason to remake Phantasy Star 1 or Phantasy Star 2. They're great games, right? Phantasy Star 4, also excellent. But, so I took this game out. I threw it in just on a whim, and
I think I'm being followed. What could they want from me?
Joe Yomi, thank you for the follow. I took this game out on a whim, and I was like, you know what? I'll try this one. Of course, I'll try Phantasy Star 3, one of the least favorite games that I own. And it worked. It booted up. It was running over RF. It was it was like staticky. The sound was barely coming through, but it worked. And it was this Genesis. The same Genesis I had from when I was a kid. And I thought it was dead. I thought the Genesis was dead and I was going to have to get another one. And I put this game in and it worked and it booted up and I was so happy to hear this music. So it's also got a special place for me because this screen in particular is like a fucking mega test of your
I think I'm being followed. What could they want from me?
Jankoiak, thank you for the follow. This is a like mega test for pixel clarity and jail bars, which are both common problems on the Genesis. So here's what I've got. Let's take a little look here. We're gonna look real close at this. We're gonna look real close at what we're seeing here. Window capture. Don't make it visible. Yeah, MS Paint. Good. Now make it visible. Drop it down. So here's a still of the game, zoomed in a whole bunch. Right? Zoomed in a whole bunch. And you can see there's like... You can't see because... Oh, there we go. There's my cursor. So, you can see there's like a little bit of blurring on the edge of pixels. And you can see there's a little variation in the color of the background colors here. And that's natural. Now, the reason this is a good test, right, is because it uses two different, like, mid-tone background colors that are really prone to interference. It's really prone to interference from the composite lead. This is an unfiltered signal. There's no low-pass filter going on. There's no like, there's nothing unusual going on with the filtering in this. In fact, I have filtering turned off. And it looks like this. The reason for that is that I did a modification to my Genesis. It's a very simple modification. It makes your composite output black and white, unfortunately. And you only get color on RGB, but you just cut off a little bit of you cut off one of the legs of the VDP, and it's easy to reverse because you can just solder the leg back on, or solder a jumper onto there. But it cleans up the signal like tremendously. So this is high resolution capture of a Genesis with no filtering, no low pass filtering going on. Voltar would be very disappointed with my setup because I'm not using like 3 or 4 low pass filters, TI 7000 series low pass filters in sequence. But as a result, the clarity of the screen is also incredible, right? So those like low contrast transitions between the like menu and the background, the high contrast transitions between the black and the light color in the menu stuff, all very easy to detect. Some of the most common problems on Genesis. Legends of the past shape our lives and those of our children. One such legend is of a struggle that almost destroyed our world. The names of Arachio and Leia echo down through the years, still inspiring love and hatred even now, 1,000 years after their tragic deaths. Their conflict wiped out civilization and left the survivors in a world of mutated creatures and warring pockets of men. Anyway, can I skip this? You cannot skip this. So this game is interesting. I do want to show off the combat briefly. Into this shadowed world, you are thrust to live or die by your sword and your wits. The music is very nice. You start out as, what's his name? Reese. Start out as Reese. It's your wedding day. You're gonna wed, what's her name? You're gonna wed, what's her name? The girl who showed up on the beach. I'm not gonna do the trick where you buy an escapipe and you use it. Hurry, don't be late for your own wedding. Maya, I think is the girl's name or something. One problem with this game is that it has, like, limited tile sets, and the characters are less good looking on the like overworld. The portraits are nice. No, I'm not gonna do the escapipe trick. But like every castle in the game looks like this. Every city in the game looks like the one city. Yeah, the music does some really cool stuff. Filthy Arakians, Maya will not be yours. Pew. No, return her, you foul dragon spawn of Laya. The big thing here is that there was a lot of stuff reused. They spread themselves too thin. They made too big of a game. They made too big of a game that takes place over too long of a time. They didn't have enough budget. It was being worked on by people who were not, like, super experienced. Some of the sprites look really good. Here's the thing. We're going to get into combat. Right? I want to show... I swear it! I want to show the, like... I do like the dungeon music, though. I do like the dungeon music.
I think I'm being followed. What could they want from me?
SD Cowboy, thank you for follow. Found a knife inside. You gotta equip the knife. Oops. No, equip the boots. Equip the knife. Shit. Equip the knife. Right hand. Yeah. Yeah. I'm Lena. I'll help you escape. Follow me. Honestly, like, I always thought Lena was cooler. It's like, hey, I'm gonna marry some girl who washed up on the beach, or some girl who, like, risked her fucking life to get me out of prison? Like, to sneak me out of prison? You know? I don't need to think that one through too much. But yeah, this game was weird, right? Like, every character knew certain techniques, except the characters who didn't. And the magic was, like, felt really limited. There were only, like, I don't know, 12 spells or something? Or maybe only 8? Anyway, outside of town, all the maps look like this. They're all identical. Except there's one that's like, battle music. This is actually the, like... Yeah. This music... We almost got to hear the cool battle music. Yeah, technically the first rappy. Okay. The music changes dynamically once battle starts. But the way they did the dynamic music, you only hear like half a second of each track before it changes again. But the like doing well music is so like... It's so weird. It's like happy hardcore for like sci-fi fantasy battle music theme. It's so weird. It sounds like it should be slowed down like 50%. Right? It's so weird to me. I don't mind the two battles. Yeah, they all seem like super fast for some reason. But yeah, I completed this game. I completed this game on yeah, here's the like danger music. I completed this game, all 4 endings, on the cart that I have of it. It's gonna do the bad music because I'm low on health. Oh no, it went to the like good music when that thing was at half health. I'm also probably dead. Run. But this game is very long. You play as Reese. After you, yeah, you've been defeated. Party's been defeated. So, you play as Reese. Reese has a, like, modest, full-size JRPG story. And then after you finish Reese's story, it just kind of randomly pops up and says, like, which of these 2 girls do you want to marry? Laia or, what's her name? The girl who breaks you out of prison. And then, depending on which one you choose, you get 2 different characters to play. And then each of those characters splits into 2 more final characters. So you've got... What is that? 7 different, like, sizable RPG stories to get through if you want to get all the endings. There's a lot of content, but a lot of the content is the same. You run into recolors of enemies. I don't know if you noticed in combat, the enemies in combat, the enemies have only 2 frames of animation typically. They have the stand still one, and then they do something very minor to animate. Like there's one like big giant dude who's got like his fist up in the air and he's like doing a pose and he looks like a fucking he looks like a fucking Choaniki character. And when he attacks, here's what he does. That's it. That's all he does. Just the 2 frames. There's an edit out there somewhere. There's an edit out there somewhere of that enemy where I made a very childish edit to what was waggling. But yeah, Generally, if you save the game at the last point before you go to the wedding, it's like 5 minutes. But the game only has 2 save slots, so you have to like restart the game at least once if you play without save states. It's the thing. Here's the thing, and we're gonna move on to something else right now, just to demonstrate this. Now, I didn't realize this. This game came out. Before Star Tropics on NES in North America. This was before Star Tropics. So, on its own, this game is really impressive for the time that it was out. But there was a problem with this game. The problem with this game is the next game we're going to play. Phantasy Star 2 had come out like 2 years earlier. Phantasy Star 2 had come out 2 years earlier. Right? This is what, 89? Early 90? And Phantasy Star 2 is fucking incredible. This game is amazing. 89. 1989. This came out before the NES Gamekeeper, right? Like, this is before most of the games in here. Some of the games came out before it, but like, it was before Batman, before Ninja Gaiden 2, right? It was around the same time as Super Mario 3. So, like, it looks so good. And like, you start out. Do I have a save on this? Doesn't matter. What is the name of your character? Dad. Well then, let's begin the game. I'm haunted by nightmares every night. Look at this intro, compared to the other one. A young girl is battling a giant demon. I'm close by, but can't move or speak. All I can do is watch while the demon keeps striking at the girl. Just as she is fighting for her life, I awake. I wake in my room, dimly lit by the early dawn. I'm filled with an incredible sadness and fear. I am Dad. So you get this fucking... I'm going to skip most of the story, but you get this fucking cool story. Here's your dude. He's an agent. He's going to work. Good morning, Dad. Almost 2 years have passed since you started working for me, the commander of Moda. Like, it's a little weird, right? It's a little weird the way they phrase some of the stuff. Basically, he asks you to go investigate the biomonsters and why things are acting up. It's weird. Everybody should trust Mother Brain, who runs the planet. And I was like, isn't Mother Brain the gigantic brain that, isn't Mother Brain the gigantic brain that, wants to breed Metroids and is super evil? Anyway, after going home and preparing for the trip, Nay seems worried. Yeah, I have to leave for a while. Nay stared at me for a while. I remembered when we first met. She looked at me in just the same way. That was 7 months ago. Because she was a mixture of human cells and those of a biomonster. She was an outcast from society. You were still small when we first met, over 7 months. She's grown. Anyway, I think if you like my sister... Still, Nay stood in the doorway to keep me from leaving. Please, Dad, take me with you. I'll do anything for you. I took my sack and started to go. Anyway. Whoops. I forgot this has a fucking pause noise. Yeah, so Dad and Nay. And so, like, already this game, like, it's more vibrant. It looks cooler to me. It's got, like, it's got, like, way more color. The music is good and, like, kind of different. The music is one of the high points of Phantasy Star 3. We've got the fucking shop, and the shop has, like... I didn't show this off in Phantasy Star 3 because there really isn't anything to show. The shops just look like the main menu. We've got different shopkeepers and different themes for for the different shops. And like these cool 80s dudes in the shops selling you the stuff. And then here's the fucking cool thing. You get into battle. Now the background is a little whatever, right? But you've got your characters. You've got enemy animations. You, like, see who's attacking who. Right? Like, this battle looks way fucking better than, like, this shit looks way better than Phantasy Star 3. Yeah, I know, D. I know. This is one of the few games I've played all the way through and beaten multiple times. It's weird, you know? A lot of people, like, talk about redoing the localization for a lot of this stuff, and it's like, there's some, like, unusual phrasing, like, it's been 2 years since you started working for me, the commander. And it's like, okay, that's not how human beings talk, but it also is like, it's a very effective way of telling the story, you know? The grinding is... I don't know. I do want to play this game eventually. Probably soon. Probably after Final Fantasy 1. But... like, it takes a lot to... Shit. It takes a lot to get started in this game. Like, normally what you gotta do is, like, you want to go get, yeah, I'd like to reduce the flashing. That I would, just removing the flashing in battle would be something I'd be interested in. Can you do it from here, maybe? Stiggy, run. Dad and friends, run away. Not there. Can I do this? Yeah. First thing you want to do, and I didn't understand this mechanic when I was a kid, so it kind of like... kill fucking Warbot or whatever it's called in one hit. But they're trapped. Hey, dog, how's it going? Uh-oh. Would really like to run away. I think if you're trapped, you might be permanently trapped. Yeah. That's unfortunate. Oh, no, we got away. We got away. So the first thing you want to do is you want to get to this town. You want to get to this town. It doesn't matter what you do here. Like, these people talk about the scoundrels, they're hiding in Shure, and all that. There's no hospital here, right? Oh, there is a hospital. Excellent. We'll heal everybody. Yeah, the town music's the same for each town. So this game is like... This game is pretty fucking cool, right? Run away. Dungeons in this are tough. Now, here's the thing. If you play this game, and I will do the same when I play it with the US manual. Play it with the US manual. And plan your dives into the dungeons. Use the maps they give you. Don't be strong-headed and say like, "Oh, I'm gonna play this with no hints and no spoilers." Use the manual. There's a reason they put that stuff in the manual. It makes the game a billion times more enjoyable. By the way, this is supposed to be like an MO disc icon on the save data place. I always thought it was a microscope for some reason. So every time you go to another town, every time you visit another town, if you return back to your house, you'll get a visitor. There's a knock at the door. I'm sorry to intrude, but I've heard that Dad and Nay are trying to solve the mystery of the biomonsters. I'm a professional biomonster hunter. I have little talent, except that I'm good with a gun. I also want to go with you. My name is Rudo, which is short for Rudolph Steiner. It's not random, dog. It is not random. It is actually there's a portion of fan art that I've stored there just for the moment so that we can show it off when necessary. It's Altered Bungle. It's incredible art. But yeah, so this guy shows up. Hold on, can we do this? Sable Antelope drew this, and it's incredible. It's really good. He's sending a headless big dude on Discord. Oh, let me check. That's really good. I'm gonna keep the. I want to make it a transparent overlay so that I can put it on characters in game. Whoop, no, damn it. Anyway, so that's up here. That's up here just in case we need it. But I'm gonna edit those ones that you sent me so that I can use them better in the layout. I'll cut them out so that they've got the transparency and everything, which will be really good, I think. And then I can put them in the correct space in the overlay so that I can turn them on. Anyway, this is incredibly funny to me, by the way, that you get this dude who shows up. And he's like, "Yeah, I'm a professional biomonster hunter. My name is Rudolph Steiner." For those of you who aren't aware, there is a type of like, for lack of a better way to describe it, it's kind of like hippie education. It's very like, I don't know. It's less like tests and shit and more like encourage children to learn kind of things. But the founder of that school of thought is named Rudolph Steiner. I found this so fucking funny when I was a kid. I had forgotten about it. I had forgotten about it until recently when I saw somebody play this. I was like, fuck, I forgot his name is fucking Rudolph Steiner. You think of a better name for me? Beef. I will call you Beef. But also you have to remember to put people. Like, Ultimo, thank you for the 100 bits.
Imi, the big bad booty daddy, Samoa Joe, your says are numbered at sacrifice.
Ultimo, thank you for the 100 Steiner math bits. Me and Samoa Joe was go 1-on-1. I have 75% chance of winning. But you add Kurt Angle to the mix, your chance of winning drastic go down. Yeah, there's this dude. There's this dude that you like. I've seen that face. He tried to kill Ney 7 months ago. This is bad news. Let's go back for a while. So you have to like, you basically, here's the thing. I think you're just meant to explore this area a bit. And that's Scott Steiner's Math Blaster. Imagine if that was the name of one of his special moves. So, that guy is like, he's a highwayman. And he's, does he have a gun? Yeah, he's got a gun. He's got a bow gun, which sucks. But, there's like a highwayman who's like guarding that bridge and extorting money from people. And, it's actually one of the, Calm Dig Guy Stoner? What? So, there's kind of a tragic story early on in this game. It's one of the things that I was like, it's one of the few moments in games where I was like, wow, that's incredibly sad. That is like super sad what's going on there. And it was, you know, like, I wouldn't say like emotional, but it was like, I thought it was a like a good bit of I thought it was a good bit of storytelling. Yeah, it's a pretty dark game. There's a lot of darkness in this game, and I think it gets too little credit for that. There's also this that I rarely use, which is, if you do C Strength, it gives you a little background information on people. Lost parents at age of 10, healthy, and has broad range of knowledge. Ney means the human who was not a human. Lithe and agile like an animal. She hates carrying a heavy load. Left the army and became a hunter after wife and child died. Very strong, can use heavy guns with ease. But yeah, everybody in your party is like, has tragic stories that you can, like, you can go out of your way to find. But it's very interesting, right? To me, this game is just, it's incredible in terms of like the portraits, the bright colors, the way the art is like, they put a lot of detail into that little city thing there, right? Rudolph, Calm Guy, Dig, Mine, Steiner, Stoner. The Calm Stone Digger. And yeah, like, and so this game came out 2 years prior to Phantasy Star 3, and it's like, it's a really good game. Phantasy Star 3 was such a step backwards. Phantasy Star 3 wasn't a bad game for its time. It came out, it was contemporary with NES games. If I recall correctly, the Super Nintendo wasn't out yet in North America when Phantasy Star 3 came out, right? So on its own, if it wasn't part of the Phantasy Star series, it would have been still a very good game. But it was kind of a step back. So You know what? I actually like the PSG soundtrack of Phantasy Star 1 better than the FM soundtrack, personally. Probably because that's what I grew up with. Yeah, it came out before the SNES. So... the FM sound effects are better. There's more variety. I like that. I like that there's more variety. Although the PSG sound effects are also like incredibly good. They're really meaty and sound very good, except for the guns. However, let's check it out. Let's look at Phantasy Star 1. Let's look at Phantasy Star 1. Because that's another game. That's a Master System game that I played a lot. I played so much of this game. The switchboard is very, very good. Continue? Continue game, yes. Here we go. This is from the last time I played this. I played this through so we can oh no, am I like shit. Here we go though. Check this shit out. Yeah, this is what? 87, 88? I'm not a big fan of Phantasy Star Online. I think that naming it Phantasy Star was kind of pointless. It should have been named something else. But look at this. Look how smooth the transitions are. Look how good this looks. Like this is incredible. Like this is technological magic. I don't see any reason to associate I don't see any reason why they should have associated Phantasy Star Online with Phantasy Star at all, other than like trying to sell the brand, you know, trying to capitalize on a brand that they had no intention of developing further otherwise, right? Yeah, so there's this, right? There's this whole thing where you can go in the dungeon and it's 3D. The enemies are animated really well. You don't see your characters, but you like see their attacks pretty clearly. There's different types of effects for each of the things, like fire. Or thunder. Look at the monster animations. Look at this. Look at those fucking lightning animations. Yeah, Phantasy Star 1 was like... it was exactly the right team. Like they did the right fucking shit to get this game made. Here's the thing. I haven't seen a game since this game. I haven't seen a game that does a scrolling 3D dungeon using 2D assets that looks this nice at all. I've never seen it. The games that come close do weird stuff like Lands of Lore is the common one that I see, right? Like that style of like scaling and sliding to make it work. Come on. I just want to... Why are there so many sphinxes here? I can't believe I still remember this dungeon layout. Yeah, they're so cool. But yeah, nothing had animation that looked like this. Yeah, Final Fantasy 1 came out 2 days earlier in Japan. I think, was it Dungeon Master came out the same year in the West as this came out in Japan on ST, right? And like from a complexity standpoint, Dungeon Master is probably more complex. I don't know why I'm doing this. I should have just loaded a different game. Yeah, that one Bard's Tale guy. That one guy who really liked Bard's Tale. And like Bard's Tale is... I don't know. It has some okay art on some versions, but it's significantly less complex than this game in terms of like... what this game has in it in terms of storytelling and game flow. This is an incredible game. This game is so good. I can't stress that enough. This is Bard's Tale 1 was out before this in the West. Dungeon Master was out before this in the West. You know, both interesting games with certain points in their favor, but in my opinion, I don't think they compare to this in terms of like that was the Apple II version, right? Cuba? Bard's Tale Apple II version was out in 85, and it wasn't until like 87, I think, as well, that the ST and Amiga versions would be out. Sorry, the 2GS, ST, and Amiga versions came, I think, a year or two later. Those are the ones that matter because Bard's Tale without the good graphics just isn't that interesting to me. I don't think it has a lot of merit on its own mechanically. It's just a grinder. Which it's fine. That's a fine type of game. It's just not very advanced, right? Like it doesn't have full screen 3D dungeons with animated tiles. It doesn't have like fully animated, dynamically animated enemies, right? It doesn't have cutscenes and story progression. Those are the things that I think make this stand out. This was one of my favorite games on the Master System, and then later I would play this game a lot on the Game Gear. I had this. I had the Master Gear converter. And I would play this in like long car rides and stuff. Am I here? Am I here? Can I... God damn it. Oh man, Bard's Tale made some huge mistakes in how you actually like oh, come on, Executor. Actually, in long car rides, I would use the cigarette lighter. Yeah, I love the way they like. I love the way they like make you feel like right in the action in this. But yeah, also this game. Check this out. Let's go to Gothic. Hell yeah. You get to fly through space in this game. You get to fucking go to another planet. It's incredible. On an 8-bit system. On the Master System, no less. Like, the Master System had good games, but they were mostly, like, action games and arcade ports and stuff like that. This game was incredible. If someone isn't familiar with many 8 or 16-bit RPGs, but loves Ultima, Phantasy Star or Dragon Quest to start them off? Yeah, the same system as Alf. So, I think this game is... It depends which Ultima. I think this game is probably a better start. Even though it might predispose them to dislike... like, they might be like, well... They might not want to go take the step backwards to Dragon Warrior. Played Might and Magic and the Gold Box games. I would say Phantasy Star 1 if they're okay with like the graphical thing. Then I think this is an easier game to play. You know, you go, you explore, you fight enemies, you level up. And then as you explore, people give you hints to stuff. If you keep relative notes and stuff like that, this one has more of the like personality and stuff. Of like, there's characters that you come to know. There's characters that you come to know. There's stories that are told. That was the big advancement of Ultima 4. Dragon Warrior is more like Ultima 1 through 3, where you have a goal, and your goal is amass power until you can defeat a large enemy, right? So I think that's a big difference, and I would recommend this game for fans of Ultima 4 up. If people are like, man, Ultima really took a wrong turn at number 4, then I would recommend Dragon Warrior for sure. Yeah, Dragon Quest is a little silly. It's a little silly. Yeah, I think this game suffers, actually, if you just follow a walkthrough. If you're just like, okay, where do I go next? Then you're going to be like, gosh, why are the enemies so hard here? I had to grind so much. But if you, like, follow the hints and you explore, take your time, and go through it naturally, talk to everybody, you'll get a lot more meat out of it, you know? But speaking of simpler games with a simpler kind of thing, there's another game that I played through a while back, which is, I think, a pretty cool game. But it's simple, right? This is a game where the format of this game is grind until you can survive the next area, go to the next area, talk to the few people in town, grind until you can get to the next area, and so on. And yeah, it's a port of a Japanese computer game, so there's that. It's got Where is it? Where do I need to go? Where am I? A traveler, what wilt thou do? Talk. 3 keys are needed to enter Golkis's shrine. East? Yeah. East. Yeah, talking to random encounters was something that was unusual in this game. So, this is Miracle Warriors, Seal of the Dark Lord. This music is so fucking good. This music is so good. Also, this game had fucking incredible monster design. All the monster designs in this are different from those in the games that it was ported from. This is PSG. This is all PSG music. This game has an FM soundtrack as well, but again, I think this is 100 guilders. Thank you.
100 guilders.
Ultimo, thank you for the 100 guilders. This is running on the what is it, the Z80? I forget what does the sound. This is running on the SMS, the Sega Master System sound chip that's on the Genesis. The Genesis, little known fact, the Genesis has the entire Sega Master System PSG sound system on it as well. So you could use that. You could have used that. Man, look at this. What is this fucking thing? A Hyrius. Hey, want to Zuff? How's it going? Yeah, so this game is mostly like a who's my favorite YouTuber? I don't know. I don't know any YouTubers really. I guess Ex Mortis, right? He counts. He did a Let's Play of look at this thing, Snake Man. No, not really. I found that so the last time I went looking for any reviews of stuff, I was looking for reviews of there's another village. How goes thy quest? Be not reckless. I was looking for reviews of wireless networking equipment, and I was like trying to find somebody who just did an objective comparison of the performance of devices, and fucking nobody did. 0 people did it. And I was like, reviews of tech stuff are fucking worthless. They've lost all value. And like just in general, I don't like YouTube shows. Look at this Yorickson. Can we run? But what I found was that most of the stuff on YouTube or anywhere really, there was like tech review stuff. Look at this thing. Look at this fucking thing. Was basically just repeating. Look at these fucking things. Thou art surrounded. It's like an aardvark elephant dude wearing a shirt. So I found out that, like, all the stuff they were trying to say was, like, was basically just, like, press release stuff that was provided by the manufacturers of the devices. That kind of stuff I like. Every step is an encounter, good lord. I'm trying to think. There were a couple other people who did stuff on YouTube. There was I don't know, I watched YouTube poop a little bit for a while. A white monk. Talk. Thou art only about half as big as Aezon. That is a super important hint, by the way. I'm just trying to get to the desert so that I can show the desert monsters, because they're extremely cool. A desert mammoth. Look at this thing. Oh, it's surrounded. They do a lot of damage, too. I gotta say, though, like, Ex Mortis did an incredible Let's Play of Sorcerian, and the, yeah, it's, you know, like, people talk kind of similar. It's how language evolves, you know? You see people talk in a certain way, you interpret it a certain way, you kind of... You take the parts you like and you repeat them. That's how language and human interaction in general works. Look at this, it's a scorpion with a fucking eye and, like, tentacles on the eye. I had to shave my beard. Want to, Zuff. I had to shave my beard because it's likely that I'll have to interact with more people in person more frequently coming up in the coming month. And doing so... Look at this thing! I love this. It's like an upright snail with a fucking weird drooling mouth on it and those, like, weird tentacle things. If you're wearing a mask, especially like an N95 mask that has a you know, snug fit around your face, having facial hair would push the push the mask off of your face and make it much less effective. So, yeah, these things are fucking cool. These'll wreck your shit when you run into them early on in the game. Yeah, it's like a pitcher plant, too. It's like a weird combination of, like, snail, pitcher plant, and, like, other shit. But this game is very cool. It's, Are there mountain enemies here that are cool? A Dagon! That's okay. How is the ship? Hast thou sailed the stormy seas? A giant snail. I don't think you can run into beasties here. But yeah, this is a cool game. You start out, really? Let's just wipe this dude out. I don't want to deal with it. Sphere? Attack with the white sphere. Blammo! You have no more spheres. Attack with the Staff of Earthquakes. Yeah, status. Right? Status? Dad, Guy, Medi, and Trio. And you get the different legendary weapons named for the different Greek gods and stuff. And then I think it's items. Get a blacksmith, a ship, a scroll, the mask, the mantle, the crystal, the helm, feathers, stones, potions, staffs, nuts. The 3 seals. The Dark Lord. You. Feather. Garia? Yeah, this is the start. This is the start area where you would normally start the game. I think we can run into beasties here. No, these guys are good. These guys are good. The Leafant. But yeah, I beat this game a while back on stream. Very fun game. It's very relaxing. You just go around, you kill stuff. You go around, you kill stuff. You level up. You get more money. You buy equipment. And you move to the next area. It's real simple. But there's more on the Master System we want to look at. There's more stuff on the Master System to look at. We'll look at something over here first, though. Load this page up. I have it in the background. Yeah, it's pretty mild on the flashing. There might be a deflashing patch as well, since it uses a full screen white. It might be easy to fix. There might be a ROM hack for that. So here's another game. Here's another game I had for the Master System. Until, like, sometime last year, I thought this game was fucking impossible. So I think Ages mode is the one that's, like, there's less grinding, you get more experience from... You get more experience and gold from encounters, and there's fewer encounters. It also has, like, auto-mapping and a bunch of stuff, but I don't know if that's in the original mode, like, if it's taken out of the original mode or what. Ages mode is probably the more convenient way to play. Yeah, so Ken Seiden. This game. Let me tell you about this game. This game is hard. This game is very, very difficult. Oops. It makes it less grindy. I don't know about less challenging. The fights are still, I think, the same difficulty, right? But it depends. It depends. If you find mapping and remembering where you're going, yes, it is, Shaman. If you don't mind, if you don't mind wandering and, like, doing your own map stuff or remembering where you've been or where you're going, then, health. You always want to get that health gourd. You have to be very aggressive with those guys. Yeah, so check it out. You only have one choice on the first time, but there's a map of Japan, and you can choose which stage you go to each time. And you can revisit previously completed stages and shit. I believed this game to be fucking impossible when I was a kid. I did eventually finish it, and then I eventually, I cleared this, one credit cleared this, sometime last year, I think. Goodbye. That's not the sword power-up. Oh, this game also has really weird jumping mechanics. Like, you gain more momentum if you jump while moving on the ground. I think there's some similarities between this and Lord of the Sword. I think there's also some significant differences, but I'd be hard-pressed to tell you exactly what they are. Is it here? No, no, that's where you go to get fire-breathing vultures. Oop. There's the sword power-up. Yeah, and then you fight this guy. By the way, this boss is incredibly difficult if you don't know the secret to fighting him. If you do know the secret to fighting him, he's still incredibly difficult. Oh boy. Oh, I was what, one thing away. And now look how much damage I'm doing. So I have full health, but this fight is going to be way harder. Especially because I can't fucking get it right. Dang it. Oh. He's got a pattern, and you can, like, mostly deal with it, but... Got him. Thou have learnt the art of jumping high. Yeah, so now I can high jump. Yeah, Ken Seiden. This game is hard as fucking hell. Yeah, he just power walks everywhere. Those skulls hurt you. Yeah. You lose a lot of health in lava. There's an Alex Kidd in the wall here. Right here, by the way. You see there's an Alex Kidd there. But yeah, this game, super cool enemy design, super cool stage design, super fucking impossible to play. I had this game. This is one of those games that, as a kid, I hated this game, but I couldn't stop playing it because I was so invested in doing well at it. And I eventually, finally beat it, like much later, when I was like, I don't know, a young teen or something. And I was like, I'm a better gamer now. I'll play this, I'll win this, and then I spent like hours and hours and hours over the course of weeks learning to play it. And then last year, I did it without continuing. There's another game. There's another game on the SMS. Another side-scrolling action game that I put a lot of time into, which is far easier, but very, very fun. It's Rastan. Like Taito. Yeah, I had Shinobi best video game ending on the Sega Master System. Yep, same with Ghouls and Ghosts. Destiny. This has like a plot and everything. This is a tale of a barbarian who went against the tides of fate, who fought destiny with cold steel and something. But not the best sound. Smaller sprites. Hey, I Heart Corruption, how's it going? For that reason alone, that just there. This is easier than the arcade version. You don't die instantly when you hit water. Oops. There's a trick here. You can get to the boss with the flame sword. You do like 1 billion fucking damage to him. Back here. Round clear. Let's go to the next round. But yeah, this has only a few musical tracks. One of them being outdoors, one of them being castle, the boss, the start, the boss, and the end. Scroll kills everything on screen. Yoink. Yeah. Okay, got it. The quick way through a lot of these areas is not entirely obvious. I don't think you can do the flame sword trick for this next boss, but I'll try. Oops. Getting the flame sword is kind of tricky in this one. There we go. Oops. Well, if you don't make that, you just do that. You just power through it. poison. Right, you can get the axe for this boss. I forgot, but I'm gonna die, which sucks. Unless I get real lucky and one of these drops a ram's head. Nope. Not lucky. Hup. Go up. Oh, you... Right, the boss... The boss arena is poisoned. You lose health here. You gotta jump. He'll do his thing. Come on. This game has some unique bosses that are only in this particular version of the game. It's also the same version of the game without scrolling levels is on MSX2. It has slightly different bosses. Some of the bosses in this are unique, but generally the same level layout and the same additional stages. Very fun game, this one. I used to think... I was slightly disappointed by this game when I first got it.
I think I'm being followed. What could they want from me?
Ghost Rider. Didn't follow. I was slightly disappointed by this game when I first got it, and it took me a while to realize that, like, this game actually has... Despite not being as graphically pleasing as the arcade version and not, not quite the same mechanics, it does have its own merits, which are very good. And for the Sega Master System, it's a very good game. Oh shit! Ghost Rider! Super rare alert. Thank you for the Prime sub. He's dead. Thank you for the Prime sub. Subscribing with Prime Gaming. Ow. This guy. I forget what the trick with this guy is. You just like stand there and wail on him, and it takes him forever to teleport. That's the secret. I hope I can get to it. I don't think I will be able to, though. So this is a unique level to this. It's not in the arcade version. It's unique to this and the MSX version. I think you fight Hydra at this? No, I'm doing the thing. Very common. You always, like, up to this point in the game, you, like, pretty much always want to do high jumps. Here, there's a lot of places where you don't want to do high jumps. They will get you killed. Whoops. Learning the appropriate size of jump is an important thing. Oops. Little secret here, folks. Yeah, Sega Master System Rastan. I'm like trying to push it really fast, but it's extremely dangerous because like if I don't get a oops. If I don't get a ram's head, I'll be fucking dead like that. Continue. Here. Whoopsie. Can I do this? Nope. Dang it. This is one of the parts where, like, having the proper height on the rope is super important. And, like, almost impossible if you mess it up. Jump? Please? Rastan, there we go. It's weird. Am I out of continues? No, I have continues left. It controls well, but there's, like, certain things you have to, like, take into account. Like, how the jumping works. You can do wall jumps, but to do wall jumps, you have to, like... No. To do wall jumps, you have to, like... time it. You can't stop your jump or change your direction in midair. Hit stun is kind of long, comparatively. Fuck. Huh. Alright. Oh, I didn't make it with the axe. Okay, we're gonna do this. We're gonna drag him all the way back here. All the way to here. What? What are you doing? I've never seen you do that before. Dude, what the fuck, boss? Why is he doing his jumping bit now? Can't get him. You can't continue. So there's two really cool dragon bosses later in Rastan. I think I played Wonder Boy 3. I rented it, and it was very fun. The one on Genesis. Yeah. Very good poop tube pixel artist. But that's, you know, there's a lot of games on the Genesis. There's a lot of really cool stuff. These are some of the ones that are like, when I think about the Genesis, when I think about the Sega Master System, those are the games that come to mind. I had some not so great stuff on the Genesis, like Vigilante. I had the port of Vigilante. I had what else did I have on Master System? I had the port of Ys. I had Golvelius. Golvelius is good because it has incredible music. Hey, Mora, thank you for the good luck. Rebellious. Compile game. I have played a little bit of Skeleton Crew, but without a 6-button pad, it's not really the best idea. And I only have 3-button controllers, unfortunately. Very impressive game, though. From a technical perspective. This game is so cool to me. Thou art heading for the valley, empty-handed? That's not a good idea. Take this sword and these boots. They may be of great benefit. Now, onwards! This music. Music is so good. Is this used in Guardian Legend? Yeah, this game kicks ass. Because you start out and this is the first thing you do, right? This is the first thing you do in the game. These blocks always looked like little angel figures to me. I don't know what they're meant to be. Arrow tells you to go this way. Well, you're done with the side-scrolling bit. Now it's time to go fucking... Now it's time to go fucking do like a little Zelda quest. Oh, there we go. And now it's vertically scrolling. Oh, you had the console with Alex Kidd built in. I had Snail Trail, the unnamed snail game, in my console. Do I have a ROM of unnamed snail game? Snail Trail. I don't know why, like, it... As far as I know, it doesn't have a, like... Oops, I died. I don't know if there's any, there's no indication that it was actually called Snail Maze, specifically, I don't think. It was never officially named anywhere. And, yeah, I had Spy vs. Spy on NES, not the Master System version. I don't think I have the ROM for it. Unless it's like in the BIOS and you can load the BIOS on this. Or something. But, yeah, that's why I find it funny, is because years later, I would learn the other meaning of Snail Trail, which is funny to me. Oh, that's the other game. That's the other game that I thought was fucking cool. Cyborg Hunter, Chuan Senshi Borgman. I had this game. This game confounded me as a kid. I could not figure this out. I could not figure this fucking game out, but like, look at this fucking like cyborg layout, this fucking awful music. This terrible music. Well, let's go to Area A. Not the best music. That's okay. We can do Area A. Hey, this machine hugs. There certainly is. So you want to know why? You want to know why this game frustrated me so? That's how you access your inventory, by the way. That's how you access your inventory. This music is better, right? For a moment. That's extra PP. I should have jumped over that. I love the little, like, 3D screen. Let's use the Psycho Punch. Well, now we have a ranged attack, sort of. That does way more damage. Doot, 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 doot. Okay, got him. Let's... Okay, we got life. So we're in better shape. We do need to kill the last dude. There's one more dude that we have to kill. I forget if he's on 4 or 5. If he's on, we'll go up the top, and then we'll go down on the right-hand side, if he's not up top. Well, so here's the funny thing, right? Oh, we have to watch out for these. I think... I forget if touching those floors is instant death, or just, like, a lot of damage. But you can, like, slide off the edge of them safely. You want this... Psycho Punch, that's fine. Psycho Punch. Okay, got him. So now we've killed all the enemies in the area. We can leave the area. Well, the easiest way to do that is to go down here. I'm gonna waste a bunch of Psycho Punch. Just to get out quicker. We didn't get the shield, but that's okay. It's okay that we didn't get the shield. What's more important is going to Area 2. We're gonna die in Area 2, but that's okay also. Do-do-do-do-do. Listen to this fucking music. Go through the beam barrier. You need the shield. I don't think you can go back through this door once you... You can't take the elevator until you've killed all the enemies in the level. You can't go through the beam barrier. These guys are cool. The music is so good here, though. Anyway, we're dead. We're gonna start over. Because I think Area C, I think we can reach Area C. I don't know. I guess Sega had more... Did Sega themselves have more future-oriented games than Nintendo? Did the system? I think there were a lot of futuristic games on NES. The usefulness of the, like, 3D thing is actually kind of understated. Because it allows you to, it allows you to see where enemies are going to attack you. Like, their height and what type. Which is super useful. So, like, you don't get surprised by off-screen enemies. Anyway, I think I'm going to wrap up. I intended this to be kind of a short stream today anyway, because I did like half the stream. I did half the stream yesterday, so, but there'll be more. We'll be coming back. I think I'll be streaming every day this week, probably, most likely. But, like I said, my plan is I'm going to have to pack all this stuff up when I move. So I'm doing a little bit of a retrospective of, like, kind of my experience with each of these consoles before I have to pack them up, and we're going to move over to the Mister mostly for stuff. Some stuff will stay out, but yeah, we'll be moving over primarily to Mister. That's awesome, Top Boss. I'd love to hear it. Love to hear that you're inspired to play stuff because of what you've seen here. But let's keep this good music going. Thank you. The Mister. Let me show you what the Mister is. Oh. It's a, it stands for Mini MIG and ST. It is a, field programmable gate array system on a chip, which, with the right software on it, well, it's not quite software. It is software, but it is a suite of software and field programmable gate array plans that allows it to masquerade as a variety of video game consoles. So you can play NES games on this. You can play any of the handheld consoles of the era. Pretty much anything up to 16-bit. And it does so, in general, it's on a system-by-system basis, but in general, far more accurately than you can do in an emulator. With less latency. Do you want to see the output of it? I could probably show off booting this up. Give me 1 second here. There we go. Yeah, let's do a little demonstration. We'll go over to the Mister scene here. This is not going to be on that. This is going to be on the Mr. platform. Let's power it up. So, rip bitrate and encoding. Oh, that's not quite right. Why don't you look quite right? 1920. There we go. There it is. Close enough. This isn't going to be quite tuned exactly right, but whoops. I got to remember how to use this thing too. Exit console. So it's got a whole bunch of consoles on it. It's got many consoles. Let's load up the
play on tape.
Let's load up the SMS. Thank you for the 100 bits, Ultimo. There we go. We got to put this back. All right, so we got this. We can load any SMS game we want. So let's go back to Cyborg Hunter, which we were just playing. Oh, this has the this has the FM sound. We'll switch it back to oops. Yeah. Here we go. Paladin, congratulations. So yeah. It's the output signal is like effectively identical to what you would get out of a Master System. It looks a little different here with regards to like with regard to like signal shape, because I haven't tuned this signal quite exactly, but you can play a lot of games. This also does Game Gear, it does Game Boy Advance, Game Boy Color. It does Lynx, I think. Genesis, Super Nintendo, PC Engine CD. And it's all in this little, you saw the size of that thing, right? It's like, it's not much bigger than a Genesis controller. It's actually smaller footprint-wise. And it does all this stuff. It does it really, really well. It's nice and compact. Single thing I can plug into my computer, so I can pack all this stuff up. But we'll be using that for a while. Yeah, the Saturn uses two 68,000 series processors. So it's like, think of it this way, right? Think of the FPGA space as like a giant piece of graph paper, right? And on each square of the graph paper, you can draw one transistor. And then like a CPU uses a lot of transistors. So to fill in a CPU, you have to fill in a lot of those grid spaces, right? And then to do two CPUs, you have to fill in twice as many, right? And the complexity of the CPU increases the amount of space.
Saturn has two MIPS processors, 68,000, and two custom basic VDPS.
Aha! MIPS processors. I thought they were later like 6080-30s or something. I guess I was wrong about that. Thank you for the info, Ultimo. But yeah, I'm gonna wrap up. I think you know what's a good place to go from here. Dot Level is streaming PC Engine tonight. She's doing, it looks like Rondo right now. This is going to be I think this is going to be a really good transition from like the SMS. It's the same chips as the 32X, but faster. So let's raid Dot Level. Thank you so much for coming by, everybody. Sable Antelope, thank you so much for the incredible art. I appreciate it. I appreciate it so much. Yeah, Deep Freeze. I'll check it out. I'll compare Alex Kidd and Shinobi World if I can. But yeah, we're gonna raid dot level. Have a great night, everyone. I'm gonna go have dinner. I gotta come up with another emote. Yeah, I'll be around. I'll be back probably tomorrow. One of the days this week is going to be PC Engine stuff, but also Super Nintendo and some other stuff. Lots of interesting stuff coming up, so stick around. Stick around for the raid. Give Dot Level a follow. She's real close to getting the to being able to apply for partner. So if you stick around and watch her when you can. I think she's a great streamer. So I will catch you all later. Have a great night, everyone.